Welcome to the Love You Deserve podcast, the podcast for professional women who are ready for healthy love and they want that love without having to settle, without having to shrink, and without having to second guess themselves. I'm your host, Coach Yolanda, and I am your number one relationship coach. Let's get into today's episode. Today, we're going to talk about trusting your gut, not your heart. Trusting your gut, not your heart. Let me tell you a story. So, those of you who know me know that I've been married before. And in my first marriage, my husband was unfaithful. And there was a time when I had to trust my gut. So, when you're in a relationship, if you're paying attention, you can tell when your partner is pulling away from you. And so I could tell that he was pulling away. Um, he wasn't saying, I love you as often. He wasn't showing affection as often. Um, we weren't having sex as often. These are red flags, ladies. Something's going on. There were there would be times when I would call him and he wouldn't answer his phone or text him and he wouldn't respond. And so my gut was telling me he cheating, but I had no proof. You see, one of my boundaries, one of my deal breakers is infidelity. If you are in a relationship with me and you're unfaithful, it's a wrap. It's over. I'm out. I'm gonna holler at you. See you on the other side. So he knew that going into the marriage, and he made a decision that he would be unfaithful. So I had a gut feeling that that was going on, but I had no proof. Let me tell you what I did. I prayed and asked God to show me what was going on, to show me if what I was feeling was true. Now, you got to be careful when you ask God something like that because what he's going to do is he's going to show you the truth. And he showed it to me so blatantly that I knew. I had no doubt. One night, he didn't come home at all. I didn't see him until about 4 or 5, maybe 6 a.m. the next day. No call, no text, just popping up as if I'm his sister or something. And he ain't got to explain to me what H he been all night. You know what I'm saying? Blatant disrespect. So come on, don't take a rocket science, put two and two together. He's spending time somewhere else with someone else. But my gut was telling me something was wrong even before my eyes had a chance to see it. So we're talking about your gut feeling, your female intuition, and some people think that is something that is not real, but it is true. It is true. Hey, remember, in our heart, we can fall in love so fast. But sometimes in our gut, we know something's off, but either because we don't spend so much time in a relationship, maybe because we put so much into the man himself, maybe building him up, maybe helping him get his GED or helping him believe in himself enough to go back to college and get a degree or or maybe we spent so much time um financially. Maybe he needed help getting on his feet, or um maybe he had to borrow some money because he was having a life situation. And so we invested so much into him and or the relationship, and the thought, just the very thought that maybe this isn't what we had hoped it was, is something we don't even want to address. But that gut, not suspicion, not um anything from a broken place, not a lack of trust for no reason. Some people, when they are dealing with abandonment, dealing with rejection, low self esteem, they cannot trust somebody and have suspicion, and the person has done nothing wrong. We're not talking about that. We're talking about, you know, something's not off. You're putting in more effort than he is. You're calling more than he is. You're showing up in a relationship more than he is. And you got that feeling that something's off. Don't silence that. Don't push that down. Don't push that away. That's your gut. That's your female intuition letting you know, hey, red flag, something's off. I need you to step back. I need you to take an objective look at the situation. Is he cheating? Or is he just not that into you? And he don't know how to tell you, so he's slowly backing away. Trust your gut. So they teach us, oh, just give him a chance. You know, you making all this money, you're a professional, you're a boss, you got the bag. You gonna run into men who don't have what you have, and that's true. You may be dating a man that's not financially where you are, and that's perfectly fine. But you know when you're putting out more effort than him. We're talking about something being off, and listening to that voice, even if you're in love, even if you have a kid with him, even if you just bought a house with him, or signed a lease on an apartment with him, you know deep down something's not right. That's your intuition warning you, trying to keep you from getting hurt. Listen, listen to that intuition. Don't stuff that. That's your discernment. Listen to it. It's your soul trying to tell you something's off. Step back, evaluate what's really going on in this relationship. Hey, long story short, back to my first marriage, my intuition, my gut was right. Not only was he cheating, his side piece got pregnant with twins. And he came to me and said, I want to be with her. I want a divorce. And I said, let me help you. Help me. I filed for divorce, had him sign the papers. It was the most amicable divorce you have ever seen. And I told him, have a wonderful life. Because you don't want to hold anybody in a relationship with you that doesn't want to be there. Because the man that we're looking for, the man that you deserve, is going to want to be in your life. He's going to want to put in effort. He's going to want to spend time with you, and he's going to only see you. He's not going to see other women. He's not going to be a head turner. He's not going to turn and look at other women in your presence. No, because his focus, his eyes, his heart is for you. That's the man we're looking for. That's the man we believe in God for. So we're going to listen to our intuition, because the counterfeit does come before the the original. So before this guy shows up, it's gonna be some deadbeats. It's gonna be some duds. It's gonna be some losers that show up. And so I need you to listen to, get in tune with your gut to know something ain't right, and I need to back up and evaluate this relationship. So your journal prompt for this week is I want you to think about a time when you ignored that gut feeling, when you ignored your female intuition and regretted it. Think back to a situation where you didn't follow through on that feeling and what happened. I want you to write about what that decision to stuff it, to ignore it, what did you learn from that? And what did that teach you about ignoring your gut feelings or ignoring your female intuition? So that's your journal prompt for this week. I ignored my gut before. This is a situation that happened. This is how it made me feel. This is what I learned from it. Because it's okay to make mistakes, but we're going to learn from them and not repeat them. Every mistake needs to be turned into a lesson because you're not a failure. You take each failure and you learn from it and you grow from it, right? Your affirmation for this week is this: I trust myself. My intuition is wise and worthy to be listened to. I'm going to say that again. I trust myself. My intuition is wise and worthy to be listened to. Here is your exercise for this week. Practice tuning in on the inside. Pause before you reply to text. Reread it, not out of suspicion, but out of observation. Reflect after your date. Journal how you're feeling on the date. How are you feeling in this whole relationship? Do you feel like something is off? Do you feel like you're putting out more effort? Do you feel like you plan expensive dates and he plan cheap dates? Do you feel like you're putting out more than him? That's a red flag. Step back, pay attention, trust your gut and not your heart, and your gut won't lead you wrong. If there is an instance where you feel like my gut is telling me something is off, but I got too much invested, I need to be sure. Here's what you do: pray and ask God to show you the truth, show you his intention, show you his heart, show you what he's doing. But let me warn you, before you pray that prayer, be very sure that you're ready to see something that you don't want to see. Don't go looking for stuff you're not ready to see because God will show you the truth. And sometimes that truth may be something we don't want to see, we don't want to hear. That's my best shot. I hope it blessed you. Trust your gut, ladies, and not your heart. Thanks for tuning into this episode of the Love You Deserve podcast. If this episode blessed you, share it. If you're on Instagram, follow me at Coach_Yolanda B. If you want more information about me, what I do, my services, or you want some free resources to help you in your relationships, hop over to my website at yolandabethea.com. And remember, the love you deserve is never too much to ask for. See you next time.